This is K2 News on your side.
Well, they're blamed for eating thousands of salmon every single year. Hungry sea lions who hang out near the Bonneville Dam. K2's Grant McComey has learned tonight the long-time problems with the snacking sea lions may soon be solved. In a 2 exclusive, Grant has learned the federal government is preparing to make an historic announcement on the fate of some Columbia River sea lions.
Dan Ponciano motors the Columbia River looking for promising fishing sites. But these days, he spends more time keeping an eye on the competition.
There's one right there. He looked like he had a fish, too. Salmon.
Not human anglers, but sea lions who target salmon and sturgeon around the clock every day of the year, and for one reason.
Flat out eating them.
Especially sturgeon, big ones, the broodstock sturgeon that reproduce the next generation. He's watched sea lions eat 5 or 6 massive sturgeon each day. That's especially true at Bonneville Dam, where up to 100 sea lions have been seen eating sturgeon and salmon. Some estimates peg the sea lion take at more than 10% of the entire spring salmon run. Last year, Oregon, Washington, and Idaho asked permission to kill up to 80 sea lions.
It's definitely something that's got to be dealt with right now. You know, obviously there's lots of salmon and steelhead mortality, and then there's a bunch of damage that's done on the broodstock sturgeon as well. It's something that we definitely need to address, and I hope it's not too little too late.
Sources inside state and federal wildlife agencies tell me that a decision has been made that addresses the snacking sea lion problem. Next week, the government will announce approval of lethal means to remove problem sea lions. But don't expect to see dead sea lions along the Columbia River anytime soon. That's because the plan will first be to trap and then move the problem sea lions that eat most of the Columbia River salmon.
This is probably the most dangerous part of it, is going up there and actually closing the door, because everything happens really fast.
For the past decade, trapping sea lions has been confined to a study area near Astoria. More than 1,000 sea lions have been marked with tags and branded with a hot iron.
So we'll know which individual animals occur there year after year after year, and those would certainly be the ones that would be the focus of any proposed removal.
Sources say trapping will expand to areas closer to Bonneville Dam. The problem sea lions will be captured and moved, perhaps to zoos, aquariums, or marine parks across the country.
Yeah, there's one there.
All of this is welcome news to Ponciano, but he's still worried. The plan should begin now, before the salmon run starts, or before the last big sturgeon disappears.
They're sea lions. They belong in the sea.
On the Columbia River, Grant McComey, K2 News.
Now, Oregon and Washington wildlife agencies are negotiating with a number of marine parks and zoos to take in those sea lions. The trapping plan is scheduled to get underway this spring, and of course we will keep you posted on this one. Grant continues to follow the story.
I love that.